where you can kind of, get back to the basics, gain that chemistry in practice, work on stuff, be able to have those conversations about what you're seeing on film. I think it's helpful, and it's hard to get that in the NBA season because you play so many games and so much travel. But this is a nice break. Unfortunately, we're not in the in-season tournament, but it's nice that we got a little break to be able to practice and work on stuff.
How important is that, just considering like y'all just haven't had that time together with Dejounte and the rest of the guys?
No, it's extremely important. In order for us to be successful, we got to really take advantage of these types of days and give ourselves the best chance to execute, work on stuff, put in new stuff, and then see how it works out the game.
We really talked yesterday about how intense and detailed the practice was. Did that carry over to today, you feel like?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a good practice. It's always nice to get a day off. So whenever you get a day off, guys come in with a little bit more energy, a little bit more focus. It's a long season and it wears on you mentally and physically. So whenever you get those little breaks, you usually have a really good practice.
And CJ, the offense has ticked up recently. I think you guys, the last 4 games, averaging 116 points, about 38 threes you guys are shooting per game. What's it going to take, though, to get you guys going defensively? Like the last couple of years, you were rated 6th defensively. Not so much this year.
Yeah, I think consistency in the lineups will help, being able to have practices to work on stuff. And then it's just attention to detail and the physicality. I think in the second half of that OKC game, we were a lot more physical, gave ourselves a chance. Defended pretty well in the San Antonio game, but we gave up some second chance opportunities, some transition, and obviously the big fella hit some big shots down the stretch. But I think we're heading in a good direction defensively.
Does it start staying with in front of your man? I think Willie touched on that yesterday.
Got to go to the ball first, and then, the rest kind of happens.
I know it's different season, different players on these teams, but are there certain things that you guys can focus on that you did well against Sacramento last year in the 6 games that we played?
Yeah, I think we played well on offense. That always helps against a team that scores like that. You got to challenge them offensively, and then defensively, you got to be physical and aggressive. They got some new pieces. Obviously, DeMar, the team is a little different. Our team's a little different, but I think their recipe for success is the same, and ours will be as well.
And we've seen Dejounte's production go up the more he's gotten comfortable with y'all. What have you seen from him these last few games, just settling into his role?
Yeah, he got hurt the first game of the season, so he's been able to get some practices. Obviously, the basketball conditioning is different than just kind of running, filling out the flow of the offense. We've had rotation changes, lineup changes, all those things, but I think he's getting more comfortable with all of us in the play call and stuff.
CJ, you personally, are you still learning Dejounte? His methods, what he likes to do, and vice versa with him, with you?
Yeah, we've only played a handful of games together, so each game we get more comfortable with each other. Play calls, where each other likes to have the ball at, how to space properly, all of those things.